Guess you're about to find out how we do things around here. My name is Katza, and without further ado, I'm not even going to bother with all the mishmash of the start. We're just going to dive right in. So, quick prayer. Okay, they immediately showed me this deck as I was doing my prayer. I didn't even finish my prayer, and they're showing me this deck. So this is what we are going to start with. This is a fairly new deck. Wow. Okay. This is powerful, actually. First card. I usually don't like reading when there's only one card that comes out, as many of you know. Start off with Blue Kyanite and Honeysuckle, Sword of Truth. Freedom, Warrior of Light, stop holding yourself back. Wow. This collective is not new. You are not new. You are not new to the issues of the world that is going on. You are not new to spirituality. You probably have pretty strong intuition. In fact, not probably. Y'all have really strong intuition, this collective. Okay? You're not a beginner. This collective, you have seen it, you have been around, you have that intuition, you have the receipts, as they say, to prove it. This is not a new type of energy for you guys, okay? This is a very much, you have a way of getting to the heart of the problem, but not in a aggressive manner. Okay? You have a way of, and I want to clarify this, okay? You have a way of getting to the heart of the problem, not in an aggressive manner, but that doesn't mean that people will not project on you that this is more aggressive in the way that they perceive things, because you call them out. You call out their shh, okay? You call it all out. You're not taking nothing from no one anymore. You've seen it, you've done it, you've lived it, you've got the receipts to prove it, and you've had enough, okay? This is about speaking the truth, doing the truth, being the truth, and people are not going to like you for it, okay? People are not liking you for it. You are not liking that you're stepping into your power. This group is stepping in or is already in quite an empowered state. You're not playing the victim no more. There's none of that victim nonsense going on. This collective knows what they know. They know it like the back of their hand, and there ain't no one that's going to tell them otherwise. Okay, you have very good discernment in what it is that you do. You have very good discernment in what it is and that you know. We immediately got Aquamarine and White Lily coming up afterwards. Go with the flow. Okay, you're connected. Y'all are connected to God. You're connected to higher power. You're connected to divinity. Come on, focus. You are connected, okay? You're not asking. You guys are very spiritually in tuned. This collective is extraordinarily spiritually in tuned. We also have white flowers coming up, okay? A lot of you are going to be mediums, okay? The white flower for me, and especially the white lily, symbolizes mediumship. Okay, mediumship, mediums, having a connection to the dead. Okay, having a connection, communication to the dead. A lot of you are going to be mediums. That's going to look different for all of you. For some of you, it's going to be like a spirit medium. For some of you, this is going to be a situation of like what I call a land medium. So someone who sees and communicates with spirits of the land, but might not necessarily communicate with your deceased grandpa, for example, okay? This collective is not here to screw around. You are up-leveling. You are doing things in a new way. You are seeing things in a new light. You are approaching things with a new light. You guys have had a lot of issues with people who don't respect you. A lot of issues potentially with bullying. A lot of issues with people who don't want to listen to you. Oh, that's interesting. A lot of issues with what it is that people are doing. I'm going to take that card, actually. Thank you. I'm going to take that card as it is. Okay. A lot of issues. Crystal, dragon, sound and color, new healing modalities, rainbow, and solfeggio frequencies. I have no clue what a solfeggio frequency is. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look it up. I've never heard that word, solfeggio. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. SOLFEGGIO. Let me just, solfeggio frequencies. A solfeggio frequency chart lists specific audio frequencies from 174 Hz to 963 Hz associated with various spiritual and physical benefits like pain relief, emotional balance, DNA repair, connections, and heightened consciousness. These frequencies are believed to have profound effects on the body and mind, promoting healing, removing negative energy, enhancing intuition, and bringing about overall well-being. This collective, y'all are powerful. I have a class, shameless plug. I have a class that is the progression of intuition is what it's called. And it's basically about where you go. It's all the things that intuitives and mediums and psychics and healers don't talk about when we talk about intuitive development. It's all the areas that we don't talk about when we talk about what it actually means in terms of like your physical body and physical relationships to develop, to intuitively develop, okay? That's what this class deals with. I'm really feeling called to tell you about this because I think that you guys need to know that you're not crazy. You need to know that where you are right now, you are in, this collective is in this state or on the bridge of what I call the point of no return. And essentially this is when you cross this bridge at the point of no return, okay? I associate it with like a river. When you cross the bridge over the river of the point of no return, okay, the river of no return, this is you up leveling to a space where all of those things that you previously have learned, all of those ways that you have managed energy and managed people and set boundaries go out the window because your vibration has raised and now you're impacted very, very differently. And so you basically have to relearn all that stuff. You have to relearn how to set boundaries. You've got to relearn how to meditate. You've got to relearn how to balance your energy. You have to relearn to practice discernment. You've got to relearn to see things in this way, to see things in a new way. That's where I feel like a lot of you guys are going. Okay, a lot of you guys are going. I'm also getting a strong shamanic energy here. So some of you in this collective might also come from a really strong shamanic lineage or background. Some of the healing that some of you do might be of shamanic origin. Okay, especially with the dragon here, it's giving me this card is giving me a lot of, let me back it up, come on, focus please. It's giving me a lot of upper world and like vibes, this card is, with the crystal dragon and the crystals that are around. It's giving me a lot of upper world vibes, okay? The crystal egg in the corner, yeah, a lot of upper world vibes, okay? So if you do any sort of shamanic journey, you know what I'm talking about in terms of the worlds. This is really giving me those vibes, okay? And then you've got Numite and Black Dahlia, the void, ego shattering, soul fragments, and empty. This card, let's talk about these two cards for a minute, okay? In terms of how, like, the shamanic feeling I'm getting from them. This card I just mentioned is giving me strong upper world vibes, okay? With the crystal dragon, the crystal egg, okay? The coloring of it really is reminding me of the upper world. This is giving me middle world vibes, okay? The blackness, the darkness, you know, this is a place of healing, okay? The middle world has negativity in it. The middle world, in terms of shamanism, has darkness in it. But the middle world also is a required place of healing, okay? There's a sense that a lot of you are going through potentially a dark night of the soul. Some of you are really deep, and I mean really deep in shadow work, okay? You are like, you are bones deep, okay? Like you are deep in it. You are deep in this healing journey. And this is required for you guys to be able to spread your message. It's required for you to spread your healing. It's required for you to spread your teachings and to up level into what you're going to do in the next world. This is not work for the faint of heart. This is not something for people who are not prepared to handle it. Okay? And you're having doubts. Okay? This collective, you're having doubts, and that's okay. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I've never had a doubt in my life. In terms of what I do, even now, I still have doubts. But this collective is in it, okay? And you know it. There's nothing here I'm telling you, by the way. If you're listening to this and you're like, oh, wow, this is new information to me, this reading's not for you, okay? This is all validation. What I'm telling you right now is all validation. You're listening to this and you're nodding your head, Okay, if this reading's for you, you're listening to everything I'm saying, you're going, whoa, that's exactly me. That's exactly me. You've had people who called you crazy. Literally, I'm seeing people say like, you're crazy. You might have been called a lot of names. Some of you have been called like conspiracy theorists. Some of you have been called like you're disconnected from reality. Some of you have been accused of being disconnected from reality and disconnected from yourself and what's happening, and disconnected potentially even from your family. And that hasn't been the case at all. I want to clarify that. It's not that you've been disconnected from them. If anything, you've been more connected than ever with them. It's that they don't see that because they're stuck in their ego. They don't see that your connection is just a different connection. They don't see that what you're doing is vastly different than what they're used to people doing, okay? Than what they're used to seeing, than what they're used to doing. Very intuitive, this group. You are definite. You're not a beginner. I think I said this before. I really want to reiterate this. You're not a beginner. No one in this collective for this group is a beginner. You're not starting out. If you're a shamanic practitioner, you're a shamanic practitioner. You know all about soul retrievals. You've done soul retrievers, maybe for yourself, maybe for other people. You know all about journeying. When I'm referencing the upper world, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's no confusion here. No confusion in terms of those things, in terms of what's going on. I think you guys are really feeling unfulfilled. I think some of you also are really being like kind of depressed. And I think that's largely coming from just some of you really need to find connection again. You need to find your people. You need to find your soul group. I feel like a lot of you are surrounded by people who are not part of your soul group. Let me rephrase that actually. That's wrong. I feel like a lot of you, I'm being corrected already. It's not that they're not part of your soul group. It's that they are part of a different soul group. So we have multiple soul groups. I believe we have multiple soul groups. We have multiple people who have different roles in our life that are there to teach us different things. And this collective needs more people who think like them, who see the things that they see, who hear the things they hear, who understand and have the dreams and have done the journeys and have done the healing that they have done. That's what this collective needs. And I think right now you're surrounded by a lot of people who have not done that. You're surrounded by a lot of people who maybe they're intuitive, maybe they've done some shadow work, they've done bits and pieces, but they're not at the level you're at. And you feel like you can't really talk to them about things. You feel like they're not very open to what it is you do. You feel like you can't connect to them the same way. Okay, there's definitely the sense of needing to really find people that think like you. Okay, finding people that do things the way that you do them, how you do them, how you see them. Okay, we have Priscilla Bluestar, Pilgrimage. Okay, a lot of dragon energy. Dragons have come up twice. So there's definitely a connection to dragons with this collective. Connection to dragons, connection to, you might have dragon guides. Okay, you might have dragon spirit guides that are there. Dragons might have been calling to you. You guys might be suddenly drawn to a lot of dragon artwork, a lot of dragon type of like decks, like oracle decks, so things like that. I actually don't have a single dragon oracle deck. But you might have all of a sudden been called, even like TV shows, like they're showing me How to Train a Dragon. My brother loves that movie, How to Train Your Dragon. And so I'm seeing like being drawn to these, even if they're like kids shows. Okay, I put that in quotes because I don't really believe that kids shows should just be for kids. I think they're for anyone to foster their inner child. There's these kids shows that have dragons in them. Like I said, How to Train Your Dragon, which is pretty much the only one I know and can think of. Or there's another one that they're showing me on Netflix. It's like Arvos, something Arvos. That's like an anime kind of kids thing. They're showing me like a dragon egg and a frog and a dragon in this one as well. That's what you guys are really drawn to lately, right? You guys might have done some journeys into the upper or lower worlds, or both. This card's really giving me lower world vibes, and this card's really giving me upper world vibes. So I feel like you guys, for those of you who have a shamanic like connection here, you've got the upper world and the lower world. Okay, and in both you started seeing dragons. You started seeing these spirits that have come to you, you've connected, you've communicated with them, and this is part of, and look at, there might be those of you who are tapping out right now because you're like, this girl is crazy. She's talking about dragons as if they exist. They do exist, by the way. By the way, dragons do exist. And if you are on a shamanic path, you know that and you're not doubting it for a second. Dragons absolutely exist. Amazing, very powerful beings. Not for the faint of heart. Okay? And I think that you felt like, I feel like this collective has shared this. You have shared this information, you've shared these insights. You've come out of some of you have come out of like the lower world or the upper world, and you've been like, you will not believe what I saw. And you're telling, you know, your siblings or your parents or your spouse or friends of yours, and they're looking at you like, you need to be in an institution. You need to be like, what are you on about? Dragons? Like, you're telling me you saw a dragon in your meditation. Yeah, you made that up, okay? KJN, you made that up. Don't give me that. You did it. You did it, okay? This is why you have this called coming out afterwards. It's called mushroom magic. This is all about exploring new states of consciousness. You guys aren't exploring, you're already there. You're already in new states of consciousness. You've already done that. You're up to it. Like I said, this is a validation reading. There's nothing I am telling you here that you're like, oh, that hasn't happened to me yet. Then this reading's not for you. This reading's not for you if it hasn't happened to you. If you're not feeling called to dragons, this reading's not for you. If you don't know upper world, lower world, this reading's most likely not for you. If you don't know like about crystals and crystal realms and these earth realms with earth-based spirits and how they operate and work, this reading's not for you. This is a validation reading because this collective genuinely feels like in their home and with their families, like they are going crazy, like they are the nutty ones. They might have been told that you're the nutty ones. And this one is validation that they're not the only ones who have experienced this. They're not the only ones that have seen this. They are not the only ones who have gone through this. This is your validation that you're not alone. This is a validation that this is not the only thing you have seen. This is not the only thing. You're not the only people who know this exists. Okay? We've got communication here with this mushroom. Untapped potential, right? Stepping into your power. You need to step into it fully. Embracing it. Honoring it. Saying it, the things as you say it. Okay? Surrendering. Citrine and dandelion. Clear the energy. Dandelion clearing. Clear, 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 clear. Immediately, my immediate thought when I saw the dandelion is, oh, you need to clear your energy. You need to set boundaries. Dandelion, in terms of the human body, deals with a lot of clearing of toxins, clearing of things that no longer serve us in our human body when you ingest dandelion, okay? That's what this is dealing with. You need to clear things on an energetic level. You need to clear things beyond just a physical thought level, I'm going to say, a mental level. You need to actually clear things very much on it. Y'all, I cannot make this up. You guys see what it says at the bottom there? Will it let me? It literally says Labradorite and blue lotus flower, psychic gifts. Wise sage. What do we think of when we think of clearing, which is what I was just talking about? Sage. Awareness, call to action. What did I just say is about stepping into your power? Y'all, I cannot even. Sometimes the cards even shock me. Honestly, sometimes the messages in the cards even shock me. The way they come out and how they just flow so seamlessly together. Okay? Bottom of the deck. Past life healing. Diabetes and larkspur, letting go of anger, forgiveness. Some of you need to clear your past lives. Some of you are going through karmic cycles in this life that need to be cleared out from your past life. So some of you need to do a clearing here. You need to set boundaries here, but you also need to clear out and set boundaries in your past life, okay? There's a huge message of needing to get back out in nature. Why are you guys inside so much? I'm hearing, why are you in your office so much? Why are you in the house so much? Stop using excuses. I'm seeing some of you literally dancing in the rain, like literally going outside doing a thunderstorm and dancing. enjoyed it, letting it flow over you, not caring that you're getting wet, just like bringing that joy out, bringing your inner child out, letting the rain do the cleansing, letting nature do the cleansing, letting those elements do the cleansing. Okay. Up leveling, huge up leveling. Watch your third eye chakra, watch your higher crown chakra as well. Again, if you don't know what these things are, reading's probably not for you. You're not advanced enough. This is not a beginner's reading. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. This is a heavy reading. You guys, this collective, you are on a break. You have to make a decision. You're either going to, there's a decision that you feel like you have to make between your physical world and the physical job and the physical things that you're doing, and the spiritual world and your spiritual side and a potential spiritual job that you're going to do. Even though you don't know what that looks like, there's a decision that you have to make. And there's a message here of there's no decision really. You know what you need to do. You know what I have to do. And people aren't going to understand it. And people are going to talk smack about you. And people are going to say shh about you. And you're going to walk through it. The fire don't burn a dragon. That's what I literally just heard. Fire doesn't burn a dragon. Fire doesn't burn a dragon. The dragon breathes fire, but the dragon ain't being burnt by it. That's you. The fire's coming at you, but it can't touch you because you're the dragon. You're protected by the dragon. The fire's not coming anywhere near you. You can't be touched by it. You just can't. You've made this connection. This collective has already made connection to some level with the dragon spirit, with the spirit of the dragon. This collective has already embodied that to a certain level with the dragon. It can't touch you because the fire they're throwing at you doesn't burn the dragon. That's why the dragons have come. That is why you're being called to them. You need to bring them in more. I'm seeing some of you, especially if you're a woman, wearing like some sort of talisman. If you're a man, I see you like carrying a talisman of a dragon. Like you have like this little, do I have one? And not of a dragon. I used to have one of an owl. Oh, here, something like this. Here, right here. So I have this little talisman of an owl. Okay, it says wisdom on the back. This is old. It's like maybe 10 years old. It's a little faded, a little beat up, but I used to carry this everywhere with me. I still carry it sometimes when I feel called to. But I see some of you carrying this, like carrying something like this, where it's with you all the time, everywhere you go, as a reminder. And when you start feeling that energy, especially if you're in public or you're at family events, or maybe even for some of you work events, you're bringing in that energy of, okay, wait, the dragon. Remind them, I can't be touched. I can't be touched because the dragon is here to protect me. And fire don't burn a dragon. Fire don't burn a dragon. Not my monkey, not my circus. Fire don't burn a dragon. You're here to heal. You're here to tell the truth. You're here to enlighten. You're here to bring more light workers out into the open. You're here to heal yourself, but also to heal others. Rewriting. You're rewriting your past. What did I say about karma? What did I say about karma? About clearing out the karma. Rewriting the future. Not just this future, but future lives. Your future, when you're the ancestor, your future lives. Rewriting. Okay, golden apple. Queen codes, her story, healing distortion. Healing. A lot about healing. A lot about healing. A lot about bringing things to light. Okay. Balancing things out. We have the scales here. It's really sticking out to me is these scales in the corner. Okay. Giving me massive Libra vibes. Libra energy, which is really funny because we just entered Libra season at the time that I'm filming this. So, coming into focus, balancing things in your life. Okay, this could be balancing two sides of you. This could be balancing a job. This could be balancing whatever. There's a balancing that's happening though. Okay. Healing, balancing, understanding. Some of you are going to also literally go to a pilgrimage. Some of you are going to do like I've been wanting to do this hike, and they're showing me this hike that I want to do, which is a hike to Machu Picchu. Some of you are showing me something like they're showing me something like that, where you're going to do a literal physical travel, like physical pilgrimage. Some of you are going to do it after you've made a decision about what you want to do spiritually. If you want to transition, not transition, that sort of thing. Some of you are doing it, and that's where you're going to have like this awakening, this enlightenment that's going to occur, is this pilgrimage. For most of you, you haven't done this yet. There's a few of you that you're like, oh wait, I already did this and I've already had this, and that's great. But there's some of you who this hasn't happened yet. Some of you have a place in your mind as I'm saying this. I'm hearing like Salem, Massachusetts. I'm seeing Stonehenge as another one. Some of you want to do like pilgrimage of Stonehenge. I'm seeing the hike in Spain, and I forget the name of it, but it's like a 300-kilometer hike that starts in Portugal and ends in Spain. That was a literal like Catholic pilgrimage that I'm seeing some of you kind of look at. Actually, it's more than 300K. It's actually, I think the whole thing is something like 800 kilometers. And I want to say it's something Cabello, and I can't think of it right now. It'll come to me. If I remember, I'll put it down in the description box below. I see some of you doing something like that. Some of you are going to like monasteries in, say, Thailand, Cambodia, Japan. Thailand, Cambodia, Japan. Taiwan. Some of you are doing Taiwan as well. Taiwan, Cambodia, Japan, Thailand. I'm seeing that as well. Yeah. But there's something about going to a sacred site, or doing like some sort of physical, okay? Grounding the energy out in the physical. I talk about this a lot because not enough people do it, and not enough people talk about it in spiritual development. And you know that. This collective already knows that. You have almost mastered the grounding of the energy. Doing the physical thing to support the energetic thing you're trying to manifest. You guys already know that. You're already doing it. This is heavy. You guys hear that sigh? I didn't think it was going to be that big. It's heavy. It is heavy. You have a lot. This collective has a lot of weight on their shoulders. Literal weight. Literal weight. Clean up your diet. I'm hearing clean up the diet. It's going to really help with these energetic upgrades, with these Schumann resonances that have been going a bit wacko at the time that I'm filming this. Clean up your diet. Okay, it's going to help you out a lot. Make sure you're getting enough minerals. Make sure you're getting enough nutrients. Make sure that you're doing enough exercise. Meditate if that's however that is for you. Journal. Write things down. Log things. Long things. Write down your dreams, I'm being told. Some of you need to write down your dreams. Some of you are going to do a ritual at water that involves writing something down and like ripping it up and then throwing it in the water. Or like lighting it on fire and then the ashes are going over the water, like spreading the ashes over the water. But something about like giving an offering to water is coming through here as well. That's it. They literally just cut, they said the message is done. They literally just cut me off. That's it. That's the end. Wow. This is really powerful. You guys are so powerful. You need to step into that. You need to trust God. You need to trust God. God's got a purpose for you. Or the universe, whatever term you want to use, source, great spirit. I don't care what term you call it. I call it God or I call it Hashem. They got a purpose, man. Hashem has got a purpose. God's got a purpose for you. And you are, wow. I'm like, I feel like exhausted, but I'm also like happy, elated, proud. I am so proud of this collective for going through the ish that you've gone through and getting to where you are and being open enough to see the things you have seen. Like, I am so proud of this collective. And I really hope this collective is as proud of themselves. I'm going to pull one more card. Is as proud of themselves as I am. I honestly do. I know Spirit said this is over. But Selenite and Willow Tree, Goddess Spiral, Rites of Passage, Dreams, Support. I'll show you guys that card. That's how this feels. It's big energy. It's goddess. It's like stepping into your goddess portal. It's connection. It's divine alignment. It's clearing. Some of you are going to want to use selenite, by the way, to clear your jewelry, clear your clothes. Like, someone is taking a selenite wand and literally going over their clothes with it. That's what I'm seeing right now. Someone's taking a selenite wand. I don't have one, but I have a selenite pad that I put all my crystal jewelry on. Okay, it's about so large, but so thick or so, whoopsie, so thick. Putting your jewelry on it, putting your watch on it, putting your bracelets, anklets on it. Even like your earrings, your hair pieces are going on this. And then someone's literally taking like a selenite wand and going over their clothes, like all of their clothes. Shirts, pants, skirts, dresses, rain jacket, like everything. Some of you are really connected to the willow tree. I'm just so happy for you guys. I hope you guys step into this. This collective has such healing energy, healing means around them. You've just got it. You've just got it. You know. You just need to trust yourself and speak up more. You just need to trust yourself and speak up more. Open that throat chakra. You don't need to open your third eye. You don't need to open your higher heart. You don't need to open the heart. You don't need to open the crown. Like, you've got that down. It's the throat. You need to now speak it. You need to now bring it into sound as a vibration. Oh, sound in color. Sound as a vibration. Right? It's its own vibration. Bring it into being. Be mindful of what you say. Be mindful of who you're talking about. Be mindful of who you're talking to and what you're saying to the people that you're saying. And spreading your voice. Spreading truth, honesty, moral clarity, ethical clarity. You're not going to be liked, but it's needed. That's what I just heard. You're not going to be liked, but it's needed. I have never pulled this many cards from this deck yet since I've owned it. So this is powerful. And I was not told to go to any other deck. So this is powerful. This is powerful energy. This is no bones energy, right? This collective. This is a longer reading. I thank you for making to the end of it. I hope that this collective who found it, you found the validation, you feel more empowered, more inspired to continue doing what you want to do, what you need to do in the soul of your being, in your heart of hearts, in your spirit. You know what you need to do. And for those of you that weren't sure if it was the right decision, I hope this brought a level of validation and clarity that it was or wasn't. And I thank you for sticking through this far with me. And I hope to see you in the future. And I hope to see what all of you have to give. Truly, I do. Truly, I do. I am so proud. So proud of y'all. Till next time. Bye.